Good morning, everybody. Blue Dooley, and we're starting the Monday or Friday off fixing a light. Hope everyone's week's been going good. Of course, I don't have a good set of wire strippers with me. But we're all loaded and ready to go to Roberts, Idaho. Get this fixed and then finish checking the lights and we'll be ready to go. And now that we have blinky lights again, or working lights, we'll tape it up. This tape's so cold and old, I don't even know if this is going to do me any good or not. Well, better than nothing, I suppose. Alright, blinky lights to open the gate since everybody else is in a hurry. Going. Roberts. In my mirror. Forgot I needed my mirror out still. This keeps my flags from wiggling free. We'll get the back one on, then we'll be ready to get out of here. Just the angle they sit at and the way the wind blows around the truss packs, it'll wiggle them out. Figured in this video we'd actually kind of go over how I place trusses on a job site, things I got to look out for or keep an eye on when I'm walking around the house to figure out where I'm going to put the trusses at. Because there are a few things you got to pay attention to before you get onto the job site. You know, they usually got to look out for water meter boxes, irrigation boxes. Those aren't really rated for truck weight, so you can run across those and damage this video. Looking like it's going to be cloudy, maybe a little rainy and breezy on us all day. But it is springtime, and if you live in the West, you know any rain we can get is definitely a positive. Because we are dry. Cracked window so we can get some engine noise going.
In a quarter mile, turn right forest.
Not that a muffled caterpillar is that impressive, but some people really like it. Okay, we just pulled up, and it is raining, but that's all right. We could use a lot of rain. Unfortunately, somebody was really nice and left the joist board kind of in the way. And they just apparently finished drilling the well out, because that's the stuff they use for the well. So on these kind of job sites where we're not in town, I don't have to look along the road for any utilities, like junction boxes and things. So that makes this job site a little easier. And I'm kind of walking around to see how firm the ground is and how squishy or slick it might be. Apparently they left their chalk line out in the rain. So we could sneak her in on this side. Which actually kind of would be a bit of my choice. But there's a little more uphill to get out than over there, so I might think I'd back in a diagonal over there. Yeah, this is a pretty easy drop since it's outside city limits. Not that Rogerson's a very big town anyways. But the grass here is nice and firm. And that stuff will be a little soft, but there's enough room I can get in here, drop them. They can pull the crane in, around, or they got that grate all, so they might be using that grate all, but I want to leave enough room here. They can kind of spread the truss pack out and get to the ones they need. So let's jump back in the truck and get backed in here. I guess we'll see how good them knobby tires work on wet grass, but the ground's pretty firm. If I think I'm going to sink too much, I might leave the truck on the road. Oh, you haven't acted up all day, truck. Don't do that now. Thankfully there's a nice orange porta-john, easily see in the mirror, that's sitting between the house and the wellhead. So that makes it nice and easy to back around it. Maybe she's a little steeper than I thought. So we'll get out and see how deep I sank, if I did at all. Nah, I didn't hardly leave tracks at all. I think what I'll do though is I'm going to pull out and get the back end this way a little more. And that'll kind of tell me also how easy it is going to be to pull out. I just wanted to make sure I didn't hit those joist boards. Sure. Oop. And that's how easy it is to get a truck stuck. One wheel peel. As you can hear, my body control module still acting up. But we'll get unstrapped now that we're out here. And actually, with the rain, it isn't too cold. That's the air ride leveling itself out. That one's a little loose. I did have to cross a set of really, really rough railroad tracks, so that probably bounced it enough to loosen them up a bit. How's everybody's week going, by the way? It is payday Friday for me. So the wife and I will go out and have dinner someplace. Of course, by the time this is uploaded on Sunday, we'll already been out, so there's no sense asking you what you want for dinner on Friday. when you won't see the video till Sunday. So we're actually just about a mile east of Rogers. Not Rogers, Roberts. I'm getting my two towns with an R mixed up. Which is about 15 miles north of Idaho Falls, if you're curious. I guess we'll see how good these gloves work in the wet. See if they keep my fingers dry or not. I think we'll go ahead and turn you off and catch back up when we go to unload. Okay, got all our straps off, flags put away, signs put away, took my mirror off. You can see a mountain out there in the distance a bit. Still raining. And despite the rain and the clouds, it's still a beautiful day in my opinion. Any day I'm not stuck in an office is a good day in my book. And it also helps that I really enjoy my job, I enjoy the people I work with. That really makes work not so tedious. If you like the people you work with, you like what you're doing, just makes life better. See if I can knock some mud and sand off my boots so I ain't tracking it in so much into the truck. We'll leave you locked, just to be on the safe side. Slide the trailer tandems. All right. And as expensive as diesel is, I try to leave the engine off any chance I get. It's not that cold. Well, even if it was the middle of winter, I'd still shut it off because 3 hours on the road is enough time to get everything warmed up. So turning it off won't hurt it. But at $5.15 a gallon, I definitely don't want to be wasting any. She's just gonna come right off. That's the other thing you got to make sure you remember is leave enough room between the load and stuff so you don't damage anything. These are just pushed out of the way, so we're all right. Get pulled out from underneath it. Tell you what, Juan and David, they got jacks and caps stuffed in the load all over the place. They did a heck of a good job putting this one together. 132 trusses in one stack instead of a couple of stacks. So yeah, that always makes loading and unloading a lot easier when you don't have multiple piles of trusses and jacks. Oh, you have air, quit it. I think my clutch brakes need, I think my clutch brake might need changed. Then we'll just roll right out from underneath them. Nice and steady. That slid the tandems all the way to the back. Alright. Gotta wipe my nose. Let's see here. Paperwork's down there. Got my phone. Made a mess anyways. And of course, now that there's no weight on the trailer, the airbags need to let air out. It's quite the interesting front on that house. I think Alan or Rudy must have brought this other house up, because this is the first time I've been up to Roberts in quite a while. Get all my rollers locked back into place. That's Highway 48 right there. And then, yeah, you can see the silo over there. Roberts is right over there in them trees. Oop. Gotta remember to lock my tandems. And they locked. Sorry if the camera did weird things to you. So we'll get the hangers and the paperwork. Make sure my flags stay in place. Okay, we got the BizTrack number with us. BizTrack's a software we use to keep track of all the jobs and deliveries. Not only for the truss plant, but the lumber yards. Lumber yards all use it. I think the saw shop, or the door shop, the cabinet shops. I think everybody uses it to track deliveries. So plop those down there. zip that back up. So you can actually see how they kind of stack some of that stuff. You can see some of the little caps in there. And then these were short enough, they could push those up and those scissors out, set that pack on it, and not make the pack too tall. Which, that's about the hardest part of the job sometimes, is getting all these packs put together. Hauling them's not too bad, and actually building the trusses isn't too bad, but getting them to stack right on the truck is, that takes some work. Yeah. It's also not very fast. We'll come around back here so you can see they got some more caps and jacks stacked in here. So, like I said, Juan and David did a really good job putting this together. Let's cover up the stuff so you don't see the address. Probably should do that. 95640. And nobody's here to sign for it. And then the app accesses your camera, so you can just take photos of the job after you get it done. I didn't break any of that, but I'll take a picture of it to show that I did hit it. And the unfortunate reason we take photos of all of our deliveries is, in the past, some people just, they want free stuff, so they'll say something got damaged that didn't get damaged. Particular instance, they ran a, not these guys, but they used a grate all like that, and they'd actually ran over some trusses and tried to claim that we broke them. But the tire marks were from a machine, not a truck. So after that point, they're kind of like, you know what, we're just gonna not mess with it and take photos and document everything. Which, again, it's sad that you gotta do that, because most people are on the up and up, but some people aren't. That's pretty much it, how a truss delivery goes, and a little bit of the thought process behind unloading it. Looks like they got another house. I don't know, it might have a truss pack in it already or not. Now to get back in the truck and roll down the road back to the shop. It is 11 o'clock. I got here about 20 after 10. So that's going to do it for this video. As always, click like if you enjoy my content, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll catch you in the next one.